Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island, USA, Season 7, Episode 21.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I am a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I am an attorney and a pop culture writer. And so we're gonna start right where the episode started as Nic and Olandria. I like you seem to be. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. Go ahead, sis.
I said, baby, what one man won't do, another one will.
That
Point blank,
part.
period.
That part.
Point
That part.
blank, period. I feel like Nick knew everything Alandria was waiting to hear from Taylor.
Yeah. Like when they were there. Like I haven't been a Nick. What's the pet name? Nicolandria. Is
Nicolandria.
I haven't been a shipper, for that.
Yeah.
Right? But I have been like thinking like, okay, this is interesting. But like seeing them at the little dinner date, I was like, oh, this is nice chemistry. And I'm glad he spoke on it. He said,
Yeah.
because before it was like, what's this? Is this a fetish? Is that something? Like, but it's like,
Right.
it seems like it's genuine. Um, but I guess he just had so much in his hands were full, Bella and then Sierra, and then it was like Sierra, and then he was with Taylor. I mean, she was with Taylor, and so I don't know. My only concern with this is really the Alandria of it all.
Yeah.
Like homegirl seems like she's not ready to embrace it, and then also
Yeah.
I understand. Like when she said it was awkward, I was like, I feel you, sis, because
Yeah.
it's like not only does she have a friendship with him, and it's like move Nick out of the friendship spot into this possible romance spot. She has a friendship with Sierra, and it's like that's girl code. So it's kind of like she's kind of
And Nick has a friendship with Taylor, so
yeah,
it's a
and
lot. It's a
she's
lot of
still
mixing.
feeling Taylor. That's the
Yeah.
part I don't get. Let's go there. Can we go there?
Yes,
Because
please,
the
please,
beginning of the episode
please.
gave me hope. I was like, there you go, Alandria. If somebody could take your man and he ain't your man, like, but then it started like falling back and back and back, and I was like, dang, how we get here? How the ball in
Yeah.
his court, you know?
Yeah. Whenever they leave the villa and she goes on an interview, I hope anybody who has her to interview asks her like straight up, what did you see in Taylor? Because we are not seeing it. The only thing that I can literally like narrow this down to is his approach. Like I think she's reading something in the distance of his approach as like different from what she is used to, and not reading it as like he's not that interested. Because he fell right in with Clark. Like right in. When a man wants you, he's going to let you know he wants you. Point blank, period. Men are designed to chase. They are lions. We are the lioness. So there is like I'm like, there's no need to like figure this out. This is not a science experiment.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we said it before. And if you was coming for us in the comments, like, what you want him to do? A man taking his
Right.
you missing the point. He's not
No battery in the back.
Yes.
Ace ain't got to tell. Ace don't have to give him directions with Clark.
Right.
Nothing.
He gave the girl
Ace and Nick had to tell him what to say to Alandria when her ass came back in the house.
Right. I wrote down, I was like, he is a boy. Like, it's just like, bruh, I don't even see what Clark or Coco saw in him, to be honest. I'm not trying to like be like he should have no woman. Just a woman at his caliber. Like I don't,
Yeah.
like is he got too many options for me in my view. Like I ain't trying to say that, but he just got too many options. And I do not feel like he is deserving of this. Like the way he operates, the way he stands up, like it's like anybody can say what they want about Ace. Like, oh, he's short, he looked like this, he do this, he but Ace has an energy of a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, and so no matter what happens with Ace, I can't ever be like, oh, he don't deserve it. He didn't pull that and harness that with his little masculine energy. He did that with Taylor. It's like it just feels like things are just falling in his lap for like no effort, no anything, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but I'm with you with what you said last episode. Like, are they just peeping game and they're like, you know what, this is probably an easier choice, an easier route
Mhm.
to try and explore. So let me just see what it is so I can get into this villa because I'm not even seeing it in their conversations with Clark. I just know that he sits there longer with Clark than he will with Alandria. And I just know he's ready to pucker up with Clark and he
Yeah.
wasn't ready to pucker up with Alandria.
And when they showed him at sleeping at night, he was all like booed up with her, and
Yes.
Alandria be like on the opposite sides of the bed. So
Like brother and sister.
yeah, it was just like this episode, these past two episodes, but really this one showcase how like you really do need to see actions. Like you can't
Yeah.
be thinking that, feeling for him. He got to show through his actions how he feel. Like that's very, very important. And I feel for Alandria because it seems like she in it, and each day, each
Yeah.
confessional, I was like, "Dang, she's calling him my man." She's
Yes.
saying like, the ball's in your court, and it's just like Taylor, to be honest, is just trying not to be let her down.
Be mean. Yes. He doesn't want to be mean. Yes.
That's all he's doing. And I'm like, he just need to be honest with her, and that's the non-manness in him. I'm not
It
to call
is. It
somebody not a man, but
is.
like I'm saying, like it's when I say man, not saying
It's
he's not a
not
man, but
assertive.
it's like you gotta have some like you gotta be able to do the difficult thing when a difficult thing needs to be done. That's part of
Yeah.
manhood. I'm sorry.
It's a lack of courage.
Yeah,
It's a lack of
yeah,
courage to not do the harder thing. You're
yeah,
taking the easier route and you're letting people down by doing that. Like, and
right.
he's not seeing that. He wants I don't get it. Like it's and you got Ace and Nick, two people who have not been afraid to say
Mm-hmm.
to let women down. Like, and you have to be able to do that if you want to get what you want at the end of this. And I don't even think that like Clark doesn't seem like the type of woman who is gonna play them games with him, at least not for too long. So it will be interesting to see how long Taylor feels like he's gonna be able to play the fence. You know
Opportunity.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
his version of reassurance was, I'm gonna get to know you. And it's like, Alandria, you gotta see the difference in the statements here. Taylor, all he can say is, I want to get to know you still. Y'all been in there for forever. I
Mm-hmm.
want to get to know you still. I'm going to explore her. Nick come down, and I wrote, can we get into the things Nick was saying, honey? Because I went back
Can
to
I
write them
say one
down.
thing though before you do?
Yes.
Nick gave her more reassurance in those 3 minutes of talking to her than that man has given her this entire time. Like, stop playing games, Alandria.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
tap, tap, tap on the mic.
Yeah.
I need you to stop playing games. Like, it's
Come
not even.
sit right next to me. Come get behind me, girl. Actually, I will throw all the bullets for you at Taylor. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yes, it's like, and it's like I understand her trepidation with like moving forward with Nick, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I need her to just, I need her to like, get thee behind me, Satan. Like I need her to
Yes. Yes.
like get behind me. Like
Yeah.
I don't. You got to be gone. But
Yeah.
go
And
to
I
the
do think too,
yeah.
because she's a woman who carries her values and her morals
Mhm,
like at the highest regard. You know what I'm saying? And so I
mhm.
do think at the end of the day, it's going to be really, really hard for her to even think about how this will make Sierra feel. And so that's also a really big worry for me in all
Yeah.
of this. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Because she's a girl's girl. She I know she don't want to do that to Sierra. I know
Yeah.
she don't.
But I wonder if like so there's there and don't forget the quotes because I do want to hear
Oh
what
yes,
Nick
we will
said.
get into
Like, let's
those.
roll that through because they deserve some attention. But I do wonder it's because they're merging tomorrow the houses. They're returning together. I do wonder if like once everybody's all in the house together, if that's gonna if Sierra seems like the type who would give her the like ability to explore, like
I
give
think
her
so
the out.
too.
And so if once she gets that relief from Sierra to Sierra's being like, yeah, I do still have her, but like I want you to explore, and I think Sierra will give her that green light.
Yeah.
Once that happens, then I want to see what happens with Alandria in this situation. But first, she got to get over Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's got to also get past the grieving of Taylor, because like that can mess some stuff up too, you know. But yeah, Nick's statements.
Okay.
Drum roll.
First of all, the first part where I was like, "Oh, wait a minute," is when he was like, "I saw you pull up," and she was like, "Did you know it was me?" And he was like, "I saw your smile," and I said, "My queen." Before the door even opened, because before, if you go back, like
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
go back to those clips, before the door opened, he already smiling. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he knew it was her. Period. He when he said, "I know you call me Nikki Pooh, but I want you to know who Nick is."
I
I
like
said, "Oh,
the
bar,
end.
baby."
I like it
I
the
said,
end.
"Bar." Said,
I was like,
"In it."
I was laughing at the end, the very last line when he was like, she was like, "I'm gonna miss calling you Nikki Fool." He said, "Yeah, no, it's Nick now." Like I
Nick,
was like,
Big Daddy, Big
okay.
Daddy. Big Daddy's in the building,
I
straight up,
know,
and
I know.
I was with it. She said, "Oh, you
Yeah.
spicy." What she really wanted to say was, "Damn, you fine." Like I know she wanted to say it.
I mean, I wonder if
Um,
she's attracted to him too on a different point. Like, because Alandria, obviously she got a different type than might be my type. You know, I'm not trying to
yeah,
say like niggas a nice looking white guy. You know, um,
yeah.
you know, dead is in that direction, but he looks nice, and so I
He's a
don't
good looking
know
white. I
if,
mean, he's a good looking man, but
if
you know, some people don't. She's only explored the black men in the villa, so you know.
yeah. So I was like, that's I'm like, is that even her cup of tea? But go ahead, next
Yeah.
quote.
Um, when I saw you, I thought you were the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in the world.
Yeah, he did say that. I was like
He
that.
said that's wise.
But I like that. I like what he said, but I was also like, for real, like most. If a man ever told me that, I'd be like, don't be
Really?
just saying it if you don't
We
mean.
ain't heard him say it.
You said
He
what?
ain't said it about anybody else.
I know. I'm just like
He ain't
most.
saying it about Andrina. He
Like,
ain't
most
said it
beautiful,
about Sierra.
beautiful. Like I just be like, I don't know, like.
He said, "I think you are one of the most beautiful women I have ever seen in the world, or I have ever seen." Something to that extent.
Yeah, no, he did. I
Uh,
remember him saying it, and it sounded good. I didn't think he was lying at all. Or at a minimum, even if it's not like the most, it's like she up there. You know what I mean? She's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right now. Right now is the most. You know.
yeah.
And so he definitely thinks very highly of it. He like the pressure he's applying is like interesting. But keep going. Keep going.
It's
Sorry.
heavy. He said, he was like, "You know what I love about you? I love when every other day we look at each other and then you just give me that cheeky smile and I see your big, beautiful eyes."
Oh yeah.
That was cute too. He said,
Yeah,
"You make
Nick.
me nervous."
Oh yeah, that part.
Yeah.
It was like I
And that her
like.
strong personality makes him intrigued.
Yeah. I just need them to get past the awkwardness, and I hope the awkwardness,
Yes.
before they can explore. Because it would be nice if Sierra felt freer to explore Elon,
Elon,
um,
yeah.
because she saw this, and then people can just feel a little bit more at ease. But yeah, no, that thing is just a clear example as to how, like, when someone's interested and they're ready
Yeah.
to pursue you,
Absolutely.
they
Yeah.
will. But yeah,
Yeah.
any
I was thinking too, like Alandria seeming to like and prefer something that is slow. I'm like, you and Nick technically were a friendship first
yeah,
too.
right. I know,
You
like,
know?
but I guess it's like mentally, even though they've had something already that's a friendship, and it now would not be like making it go fast, but it's like it hasn't in her mind. It's this is new. This is today. This is the first day.
Right.
So it's even though they had all this friendship, I don't think she's like. I don't. I think that will. I don't know. She done kissed him,
But
so
it was in the back of her mind. She said he keeps pulling
really.
me. She
Mm,
was like, you know, I realized you kept pulling me, but like we never talked and you had a lot going on. So I kind of just stepped to the side and didn't feel the need to try and explore that. It seems like he felt the same way with everything he had going on as well.
yeah, he's a little
Um,
hot commodity. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, no, I think that this is all very interesting. Like I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm just hoping for the best for her because
Yeah.
I do not like the fact that she still seems hung up on Taylor
Yeah.
because it's I do not like she and the other thing I love about Nick, right? When I was saying how like to be a man, you got to be able to give. You got to like say do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. He ain't cutting. He ain't like hide no ball. He's like, this is what's happening. He gave her the real about where Taylor was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he just laid it to her plainly. Prefaced it with, "I'm gonna be real with you," and so she knew it was something bad coming. But I hope she gets into a little bit more clarity. Maybe when Shelly and them return, Shelly can help with that a little bit, maybe as well. Because Shelly seems very perceptive. Shelly seems like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like, oh, he over here just giving Clark the all the time in the world, and just he moving the way he moving. I hope she
Right.
get the energy and she gives her good sis a like look.
Yeah. I think Sierra will too, because um, I think Sierra and Alandria are similar in that way, where they would both be like, like the morals, but also
Mhm,
too like this is about happiness, and
mhm,
so I think
mhm,
they are people who can easily put themselves to the side to
mhm.
see something, blossom and grow.
Yeah.
If the shoe was on the other foot for like Alandria for
On
Sierra per se.
on this point, I do want to say about like you got something here about like the hugging in the morning. I was like, not him running to Ace. Oh, not Ace. What's his name?
To
Not
Nick,
him running to Nick and piling on, going straight past Alandria, straight past her. She's standing there or sitting there or whatever on the bed, like, and he piling on. Like, you give
yeah,
her a hug, you give her a peck on the cheek, and then you hit your boy.
nothing, anything, anything.
I was like, I'm done with this man. He is not worthy of this love triangle.
He is not
He is
at
not.
all. Another thing that I really liked about Nick and Alandria's conversation was Nick. He started it off very strong. He was like, "So, how did you feel about the challenge?" And she was like, "Oh, it was cool, whatever." She thought he was asking her about seeing Taylor, kiss what's her name or whatever, or rooting for the other girls. Anywho, he was like, "No, how did you feel about us?" In that
Mm-hmm.
challenge. And she was like, "Yeah, we've always had, chemistry. I think that's very clear." And he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Baby, well, I want to know what it's like outside
Yeah.
that challenge."
Yeah, I didn't know, like, cause was that wine they were drinking? Cause I was looking at that, I was
Yeah,
like, okay, okay. She might be a little looser, so I was like, okay. I was anticipating that she was gonna let him kiss her, but I was like, okay, that might have been the wine, be a little looser, cause I think their issue right now is the awkwardness, like I said.
right, right.
But yeah, the kiss was cute. The one thing I do want to say about the challenge was the Huda and Chris kiss. I was like, I know Huda ass was trying. I was like, she trying
Yes,
to hook another man because I don't know
yes,
how much chemistry she has with JD. I think she wants to have a man in here, and I don't know, but I was like, bruh. At first, I was like, oh, I don't want this shit for Shelly, but you got to have the sense you was born with. If Chris want to hop on over there, then that's not Shelly's man. You know what I'm saying? Just like you
right.
said at the beginning,
Point
like
blank.
it's
Period.
like not even about like his like loyalty to Shelly because they just met. More about like if you gotta have a discernment. You know what I'm saying? Like this is poet, K Love the poet, I like her. She said, like, you gotta up your discernment requirement for the people in your life. So if this man is out here going to the crash out queen and a little kiss and a little bite on the lip is going to take him over there and he don't have the discernment to see that is a whole ass mess and he just swoop over there for Huda from Shelly, then that was that then you Shelly got to be at peace with that because that he ain't had no discernment. He go
Period.
for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he was not ready.
Period.
And so we'll see. I was getting like a little anxious in my chest. I was like, dang, if he go over there, but calmness, it ain't for her. If
Absolutely.
he
Same thought. I
can
said,
go
"Child,
into
please
that.
go, go. If that's where you want to go, please go, honey. We ain't got time. We don't
I don't
have
want him to go
time."
though. Also though, because I need her to like. I'm not trying to see her couple up. I'm sorry. Like she needs to be in a season of solitude, and she needs to be working on herself.
I'm like, Huda, you didn't even kiss JD like that. So I'm like, she knew exactly what she was doing. Once again, she's gonna lead with her. Oh my god,
Yeah, and
and
she
yeah,
that's her selling point, is her body, her looks, her sexual appeal. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because when these MFs get to know her, that's why she all like, they're gonna leave because they, work on yourself, boo. You got to work on
work on
yourself.
yourself.
Anything else about the challenge?
What one last thing about Nic and Olandria though, I was thinking when they kissed at the end, I was like, baby, you can't even give Taylor this energy because Taylor ain't giving you that Big Daddy Papa Big D energy. Like he's just not. You had no choice but to say yes to Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like
I know that's a nice situation where you ain't got
you
no
know, Nick
choice.
was laying
You
it
like, I
on
got choice.
thick.
I ain't got choice. I ain't got choice. Like you want to kind of be in them situations with the right guy. With the right
Okay.
guy. It's like what Jill Scott said. If you can tell me what to say, you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell
Literally,
me
I
what
wrote
to
down like,
do,
oh, Nick gonna talk her through this. It's okay.
yeah. So we'll see where that goes. Couples Taylor and Clark. She walking around in his little flannel. They coupled up. I don't know. I don't look. I don't know nothing about it. I don't see what these ladies said. I said it last time. I don't speak the language of whatever they see. I don't see it. So
Yeah. I don't have too much to say about them. I'm still trying to figure out where. Yeah, I got to see more conversations because it sounds like the same ones that him and Alandria were having with a little bit of kissing. That's all I see.
yeah.
It keeps being these like check-in conversations. At this point, I'm like, can Taylor
Yeah.
even have a conversation with a woman? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sierra and Elon, her not kissing him, she chose not to like be super physical outside of the challenge. That gave me a little pause. It was like, is she really interested in him enough to make her not want to be in like not explore the option of Nick?
Yeah.
And they about to be like, I'm like, has it been a week? Has it been a week? Have they been in Casa for like a couple days? Do they normally stay a whole week, or is it just like a
Yeah, it's
couple?
a whole week. It's a whole
But
week.
I mean, well, I guess maybe they. I have no clue. I'm unclear because they
Because they
came.
went what? The first thing that we saw was Monday, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
then they had Tuesday's episode. Wednesday we don't see.
but
That's
you mean
off day.
a business week?
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm
I guess
thinking
so
like
because it ain't.
7 calendar
It
days.
technically is not a full week. You are right.
I'm like, okay. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. Ace and Coco. Everything is like, it's hard to tell. Like, it's hard to tell
Yeah,
with stuff right now. That's why I would really like to see when everyone gets back together. I feel like stuff can free flow a little bit more, a little better, because I feel like the
yeah,
women are going to have, like these new girls, they felt like not girls. I don't know what it was, but something about them. They like when Alandria keep calling them ops. I'm like, yeah, they feeling like ops to
yes,
me too. Like not
yes,
about Taylor, but it's just about in general. They just feeling like who these girls. So I need
right.
Alandria to have her little power crew behind her, and so I need the houses to reunite, in my view.
Agreed. Yeah, and
So
that's for
tomorrow.
all of them. I mean, it's going to be a lot of triangles when everybody gets back because you got Sierra, you got Taylor and Clark, and Landria, all that. That's already happening, but you still got Sierra and Elon, and then now Nick and Alandria. We got to see what happens with Ace and Coco,
Mhm.
um, and then Shelly and Chris.
And then
So
we got the. I know we leaving them off, but the Vanna, the TJ, the Iris. Why I forgot Iris
yeah,
existed until like there was something. It wasn't when she got the text, but it was something. I was like, oh, forgot about that girl. Like they was not
shit,
talking.
all of them. Adrena, I mean, I was like, they were like, not. I'm sorry, I was so glued to this episode for Nick and Alandria, and I
Yeah.
had to go back, like I said, and watch the Nick and Alandria parts because I was just so enamored. I was like, I don't know if it's the music, I don't know if this is like the actual real chemistry. I don't know what's happening here, but all I could think was Mama knows best because his mama called it.
No, his mom did say she liked her, which I put in the group chat. Shout out to the chat. DM us to join. But yeah, yeah. So I'm excited for tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, same.
And I'm also excited for just whatever is going to happen with everybody when everybody gets together, because something about these girls, the new girls, they not relaxed enough for me. It's something is like, what y'all doing? I think y'all not. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I can't trust y'all yet. Like who y'all?
Yeah.
Where your daddy say? Where your mama
Yes,
say? Where your
yes.
grandma? Like who are
But
you?
you know what it is? It's because like we watch for the women. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mm.
that is how typically how America votes. And so I think in this episode I
Mhm.
realized like Alandria is the winner, I think, of this season. If Alandria is at the end, I think she is winning, and it's whoever is
Really?
next to her.
Yeah.
This they got the benefit of being with Alandria because it's always like that one girl that you're just like super, you're rooting hard for because there might be like a slight struggle in
Mm,
their love story and like them finding connection. So
mm,
you dive into that, and that's what it is. That's why Serena and Cordell won
mm,
last season. That is why, like I was telling you about season 3, when Cachet left Cash, it was a damn ruckus because it was like, no, this is who we wanted at the end.
mm.
So we will see. Because I'm like, all of y'all having all of this strategy and trying to vote people out that you feel like are gonna make it to the end when really it's just whoever's standing next to Landria.
Ha, that's funny. I don't know. I mean, I don't. This is my first time watching it, but Shelly is to me gives good vibes. Like, and she seems like she has really good options. So I feel like I could
Yeah,
see her winning more than Alandria, just unless this Nick thing coalesces, because that's all. It's like it has to be Nick. There's nobody else in the villa unless there's a bombshell that comes in. She threw away Jalen. She could have had a chance with Jalen.
yeah.
Like she threw away Jalen. I'm like, bruh. She threw away
She
Jalen.
threw that man away.
That
That
was
was a
like
good man. That,
right.
and you know what? It was so funny.
Savannah.
I saw that. I don't know what interview he was on. It might have been the Vile Files, but he is following everyone from Love Island but Hood. I said, oh,
Oh
that's a
yeah.
good man.
No, he said that was his people. I watched that too, but he said that was
Oh,
like,
not his people. Oops,
yeah. But
sorry. Let me take that out.
yeah, I know. Like, but no, at the same time though, like when somebody pointed it out, did they now follow her? Like it's probably like,
Right.
nah, keep that like that. But it's like, oh yeah, my people, my people. But either way, it don't matter. But that was like, I really wish that Jalen, like, I just,
Yeah, same.
I really
Anywho,
wish, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right,
And
y'all.
I
That's it
know
for this
only
episode.
other
Oh,
thing I was gonna say, we was calling that girl Jaden. We were calling her Jalen the whole time last episode. That girl named
oh.
Jaden.
We're still learning. It's okay. We're still learning, and they don't be having that much camera time. So what is a
Right,
girl to do?
right, right.
We will get it right though. We don't want to be calling people the wrong names.
But all right.
Um,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, that is all, y'all. Until next episode, excited to see what happens. If you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. DM us on Instagram if you want to be a part of the chat, and
Mhm.
drop your thoughts below.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.